and I haven't made a voice video in so long. I made like 4 videos yesterday, but all of them were bad because yesterday I just came back from my friend's 4-day sleepover, and it was, oh gosh, what? No, I don't want you. No, stop. Please, please. Okay, there. Okay, so why is my computer being so derpy? Okay, so that 4-day sleepover was seriously the most exhausting thing you could have ever been to. I went to the beach and to the pool like 2 times a day. I woke up like at 6 a.m. to go everywhere. And Bonita's saying that I will become famous someday for my music video. And that's not true. She has more subscribers than me. How dare she say that? Like, seriously. Why? Why you do this? Okay, so I don't know. Right now I just felt like making a talking video. What was I thinking about before? Oh, okay, so it's probably like the most random thing to be talking to you guys about. But seriously, so the other day, it was Friday, last Friday. So last Friday, my great grandmother died, and it was really sad. But I like barely knew her, so it really didn't do any damage to me. But I still felt sad because everybody was so sad, and she was like a great woman. Okay, but anyways, not talking about death here. So when we went to her house, me, my grandma, and my dad saw these tiny little dictionaries, and I was like, why did my grandmother have dictionaries? So my great grandmother, I mean. So my grandmother said that she used to collect dictionaries, and I was like, what? That's so funny. Because why would he collect dictionaries? It's like, seriously, the most, it's like, oh my gosh, right now it doesn't make any sense, because why would he need dictionaries? But I mean, what the heck are these doing here? I mean, like, what? They weren't even there. This was right here. Okay, oh, you know what, whatever. Okay, so, I was talking about the dictionaries, so, I was like, why did she collect dictionaries? It's like the most, that doesn't even make any sense. Dictionaries are big and heavy with their pages and everything, but these dictionaries were actually really little, and I have them in my hand right now. There are 3 of them, and they're like actually the tiniest thing ever. I'll add a picture of them in the thumbnail or something like that. But they're like this really tiny dictionaries, and I thought that they were in dictionaries. They just look like dictionaries, but when you open them, they're actual dictionaries. So there's one that is the English dictionaries. They're called the Webster's. I don't know why they're called Webster's. It's called Little Webster. It's like a tiny little English dictionary. And there's also a Spanish and English to Spanish dictionary and an English to French dictionary. And they're so tiny and adorable. They're called Lilliput Dictionaries. And they're like Scottish or something, but they're really tiny. And I don't even know why they're so tiny. And it's adorable, so I was like, I'm just going to keep them. But the funny thing is that they didn't even care if I kept them or not, because they're dictionaries. Like, who uses dictionaries in these days? Like, probably old people, but, you know, old people do it to feel, like, to feel their old days. But still, the funny thing is, I am going to need an English to French dictionary for next year, because I signed up for French class next year in 7th grade, and it's just like, I'm just going to bring this really tiny dictionary and be like, oh, hey, look at my dictionary. I don't need to carry a big, heavy book around. I can just use my Lilliput English to French dictionary. And, yeah. Okay, I'm ignoring Bonita right now. Yes, by the way, if I don't talk, it's because I'm making a video. Okay, so that's like the funniest thing ever. I don't know why. I just wanted to tell you guys, because to the 4-day sleepover with my friends, I was gonna bring them, but then I was like, why would I bring like 3 tiny little dictionaries to a 4-day sleepover where we're not gonna even talk about words or dictionaries? We're just gonna go have fun somewhere. So why would I want to bring these little dictionaries? So I didn't tell anybody, but I've been dying to tell someone, because this is literally the most hilarious thing ever. It's like priceless how amazing they are. They're so tiny and so adorable. It's like, who would ever think, like, who would have such a mind, such an amazing mind, to think to make these tiny little dictionaries? Because I guess it's kind of like obvious, like, you wouldn't want to bring a big heavy book around with you, but these are really old. They have this weird brown things in the pages and everything. They're like really old, so This was back when dictionaries were invented, and you know, like who would want like a tiny little dictionary if you could have the big one with all the words, but still they made them. Back when these were probably pretty much useless, and they were made, and probably nobody knows about them, but they're still so amazing. And the thing is, like, this was my great grandmother from my dad's family, but I barely knew her because she had Alzheimer's. And when I was born, she didn't know anything about me because she forgot who my dad was. She forgot who her mother was. I mean, who her not mother, who her child was, my grandmother. So it's actually really sad, and I wish I could have known her better. Oh, come on. I am in the middle of making a video here. Seriously, stop. Remind me when I leave. Whatever. I'm sorry, my best friend, but I can't right now. Like, seriously. Okay, so these are, like, so tiny and so priceless, and I forgot what I was talking about because of this stupid phone call. Please! Come on! Why do you have to do this to me? I was talking about my great-grandmother. Okay, whoever talks about the great-grandmother these days. Do not disturb! Do not disturb me. Okay, so, yeah, that was actually pretty much a really sad video, but I don't know, I just wish I could have known her better, and then she could have explained to me why she would have, you know, have these tiny little dictionaries and everything, but the thing is that my grandmother told me she worked, like, as a nurse, and then when she was older, she became, like, a book translator. So, I don't even know how she did that because the internet didn't exist in those days, but still, she, like, translated things for people, and I guess that's why she collected dictionaries, but she could only have, like, one. So she had her house full of dictionaries, and there was, like, big dictionaries, Swedish dictionaries, all kind of dictionaries, all the books you could ever think of. Like, literally all of them. But still, oh my goodness. It's actually really sad. I just wanted to talk about the dictionaries, and now I feel so sad. Okay, okay, well, never mind. Okay, never mind. You can tell me. I don't even know if I'll post this video, but if you guys are watching it, then please do not cry in the comments. I didn't mean for this video to get so sad. I only meant for it to be, like, funny because I have these tiny little dictionaries, but still, they're, like, adorable. They're so tiny. You know what? I'm going to try to search them up. Okay, Google, please. Okay, so let's search up. What are they called? La... Ge... Gen... Che... 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 Dit... Li... Okay, oh my gosh. Here they are. Oh my gosh! Do you see this right now? Do you see how tiny they are? Look, this I don't have the Dutch one, but I have the Little Webster. I have this one. And the English to French one, which is right here. The English to French, and I have this English to Spanish. They are so tiny and so adorable. And I just have these 3 of them, like I have those 3. And oh my goodness, there's English to German, English to Portuguese, or Portuguese, I don't even know how to pronounce that. Portuguese to English, they're so tiny and so Turkish to English, Italian to English, the Little Webster, Dutch. They must be, like, so old. How old are these? Because they were in my great-grandmother's house. Like, seriously, these must be really old. See, this is how old they look. They look that old. They're vintage. Vintage miniature language dictionaries. See, they're Lilliput Dictionaries. They're so tiny, parlez-vous. Do they say that in the back? No, they don't. Okay, see, this is how tiny they are. Like, they're so tiny. I think this is, like, a made-up shelf, because, or is it, like, an actual shelf? It has to be, like, a tiny shelf to have all of them in there. But they're so tiny and so adorable and vintage. It's, like, crazy how tiny they are. They're, like, adorable. And look, compared to hamsters reading a dictionary, like, seriously, how priceless is that? That's amazing. Okay, this was, like, probably the most useless video I've ever done in my whole life, but seriously though, they're so tiny and so adorable. Okay, so ouch, awkward. Okay, that's okay. I'm getting distracted. So, anyways, like enjoy this random video about dictionaries because seriously, dictionaries are life. Like they're amazing. Who would ever think making a book full of every single word made up in the world with one language and translating every single word made in that what's it called, in that language, translating it to another language? Like seriously, it's priceless. It's like amazing. Wow. Can we use internet to use these tiny little priceless things? Seriously, oh my goodness. Why would he do that? That's like, why? Why? You can just use this English to Spanish and Portuguese to English. Like this one is Spanish, this one's a Spanish guinea pig, and this one is a Portuguese guinea pig, and you have another one over there, probably like for another guinea pig friend. Okay, so thanks for watching, and see you guys later. Bye.